Hi guys, it's me Julia. I'm back again with Kiln Opening number 6. I'm using a new camera, so hopefully it'll work out and it won't just cut off halfway through. I'm going to open the kiln in a moment. I just wanted to show you some pieces that I have made at the little group that I go to on a Tuesday where we have a community kiln. And the first piece is this huge jug. This didn't start out to be a huge jug. It was supposed to be a small jug, but you know, it has a life of its own. I've done 3 bellies, all by hand, not on the wheel, and put some decoration on. This is Mako Winterwood and some flux, and then Amaco Rainforest and iron. And that's that, and iron inside. Another one, this one was Mako Cinnabar. This piece itself got overfired and went to vitrified before it got glazed. It was a mistake at the kiln. So luckily it did actually manage to glaze and hasn't turned out too bad. It's kind of got a little 2 different styles of decoration on there, but that Mako Cinnabar is quite nice. And another one, again, all handmade. This is, I'm using it now as a utensils pot. This is a friend of mine, Jeanette at Far Forest Ceramics. She's doing this glaze, so I've been inspired by her. It's Mako birch with Mako cordovan around the top, a little teeny bit of cobalt wash, and then some clear over the top of that, and it kind of comes out. The cordovan seems to just get lost. I'm not particularly keen on the gingery colour, but then that's got the cordovan inside, which is lovely kind of burgundy colour. And then last piece is just one of my little, I guess you could call it a signature, bud vase with a nice pattern on. And this is Amaco iron and Amaco textured turquoise. So that's those little pieces there. So I'm going to just lift you up and take you over to the kiln, and we'll have a look, see what's inside. Here we go. Right, so I haven't had a look either, so I'm quite excited. So if I lift it up, okay, I'm not even looking because I didn't. Okay, so you've seen it first, and I'm going to put the camera back. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. Oh my! Okay. Oh, the pieces are quite hot. I should have had my gloves. Right, they are very hot actually. And it's 62 degrees, but they feel much warmer than that. This piece, along with the vase in the cinnabar, this piece was overfired as well. So this is kind of, they're like tests to see if I can get it to glaze after it's been vitrified. This is one of the larger style mugs that I'm making now, and it has a lovely sunflower on the front. And I was going for kind of a Van Gogh-y feel with the back of his sunflowers. One of his sunflowers paintings is like a beige and a turquoise, so I kind of wanted to do it inspired by that. But as you can see, the textured turquoise just hasn't adhered to the cup very well. It's kind of, yeah, anyway. And this is the birch, which is a little bit patchy, even though I did put a lot of layers on. But I love the little sunflower which I did with underglaze, and it's the powdered underglaze that I've got that I did on that, and it's got the textured turquoise inside. But again, you know, the textured turquoise does sometimes come brown, but I think because it was vitrified, it's just, you know, not come out very equal. But I have made a new one so that I can do it a little bit, you know, have it try it without it being vitrified. But I have gone limes and yellows on the background of that one for a bit of a spring feel. So that's the first one. Okay. Right, this is a jug that I made as soon as I got the powdered underglazes. I thought I'd give them a go. So this is a mixing of all the different powdered underglazes that I have, and then I sgraffitoed in kind of a butterfly. I don't know if it's too visible there, and then just gave it a bit of a patchwork, watercolory kind of feel. And then this on the inside is Snapdragon by Ceramicart. But I'm quite pleased with that. Nice little jug. It has got a little bit of pitting around the edge where I think it's just sat with the underglaze awkwardly. So that's that one, not too bad. Okay. Ooh. There's another cookie on the bottom of it. Right, this piece, I follow a lady on Instagram, and she does some lovely mugs with the matte finish bottom with Ceramicart velvet underglazes, and I thought I'd give it a go with my underglaze, but it feels dry. I don't really like the feel of it. Might smooth off actually if I sand it a little bit, but yeah, I'll have to get the cookie off that's stuck on the bottom. But with this one, I just layered and layered and layered. It started off with Obsidian by Ceramicart, and that was 2 coats, and then I put on Chun Plum, Seaweed, Blue Lagoon, Emerald Falls, and Oatmeal, all like layers and bands, and then lots of splodges. So it actually does have a really nice drippy bottom there, or drippy middle should I say, which I love. I just need to work a little bit on that texture there. You can hear it, but I actually love this effect, so I'm going to work on that effect some more, and then Obsidian on the inside. But yeah, like the underglaze has obviously stopped it from dripping any further down, which is kind of the effect I was looking for. So I'm really pleased with that one. Just move those cookies. Oh wow. Okay, I'm going to show you this one first. I've been making 2 teapots. Oh dear. My lids are stuck to the cookies, which need to come off. But once I get it off, it sits inside the teapot like that. This is some decals, and then I coloured the decals in. Not all of them, just some of them, and that is the second handle that I made because the first one broke, and just added a few little flowers for an effect there. Some plain little circle feet, and inside is cobalt, which has come out quite nice. So I'm quite pleased with that. I have 2 different lids, one which is the lovely flower, and one which is just a plain little lid, but they need separating from the cookies, but I'll do that after I've finished. So I did make 2 teapots, so I'll show you the second teapot now. Again, the lid's Oh, okay. This one, a little bit plainer, has a lid that sits on the outside. It's not a recessed lid. And this has the handle with twisted coil with leaves on. Now, I was looking for just all beige for a real simple colorway, but it's not quite what I thought it would be. It kind of, even though it had 3 really good coats of Mako birch, I didn't expect this kind of patchiness. That is Mako birch, nice and even. That's not even. It's kind of nice in its own way, but it's not, because this is such a simple design. Yeah, I was hoping that I was going to get a more even colour with that. I might refire it. I might. The inside is actually more even. So, oh yeah, and even more, even on the bottom, look. So I'm wondering if, see, Mako's supposed to be up to cone 10, I think. So maybe I just didn't put enough on. Maybe I put 2 and thought I put 3. I don't know. Anyway, that's my teapot. I'm really actually pleased with the way it's turned out as far as style goes, but I think I might give that a refire because it's a bit easier than trying to remake it. Okay, last on the top shelf is this beautiful little, it's not little, it's one of my larger mugs. This I did with a decal. So I don't know if you can see, it's actually little blue flowers. They were a lot lighter blue. So after they've fired it, they've gone quite dark. Even after the bisque, they were still light blue. So maybe I'm going to turn my kiln down 10 degrees and see if that helps, and maybe knock off a little bit of the hold. I do a 30-minute hold at the top. I might take it down to 20. See if that helps. But this effect on the top is exactly what I was looking for. Absolutely beautiful. Drippy. Oh, the colours I love. Let me see if I can see which colours they were, because I did quite a few. So it's seaweed inside. I poured it in and then poured it out, which you're not really supposed to do with the brush on glaze, but it actually, seaweed's a really runny glaze anyway, so it worked well. And I did that twice so that I got really good coverage. And then seaweed, Emerald Falls and Blue Lagoon, so greens and blues, and that has come out exactly what I thought it would be. I really love that, and I really like my little curl on the bottom of my handle. But this is a really nice size. This is probably about a half a pint, just under, whereas my other mugs were about 250-300 ml. And this is just about half as much again. But again, I love doing the little bellies on mugs. That's fab. Makes them kind of look a little bit like a throne mug. Really, really beautiful. Like, she's probably my favorite piece so far. So I'm going to remove the shelf. There's not much on the bottom. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Okay, where to start? Right, so I made a water dish for my little doggy lady, and it was in red Snapdragon and with her name on. And then I decided to make a food dish to go alongside it. So I decided I would do a marbled clay. It hasn't come out brilliantly. I did a little thing with marble clay here, which I used the apple green underglaze powder that I've got. So it's not a stain, but it still worked a little bit. And then I've just carved in a little bit. It actually looks better than it does on the camera. It looks a little patchy. Seaweed can be a little bit patchy. It's not perfectly round, but I don't think she's gonna complain, you know. As long as there's food in, she's not bothered. And then it has a carving, like a mandala pattern on the bottom. You could just about see that. Just so it's something pretty while she's eating. Again, she's not bothered. She'd eat out of a bin, you know. She's not fussy as long as there's food. But yeah, it's just a cute thing to make. And I wanted to experiment with the marbled clay, so I shall do it again, but I think I might get some white clay instead of the buff that I'm using, because this is like the buff colour, and the basic wet clay is very, very grey. So I might see if I can get something that's going to show the colour a little bit better, like a white. Right, okay, right. Ooh. Now everyone's doing spoon rest, so I thought I would join the club, and I made a spoon rest. I was going to go for this combo for matching, and then I thought, yeah, I'm not sure whether I like the kind of poopy brownie stuff on it, so I would try with some pink, and this is the result. So it's birch on the bottom, Mako birch, and Mako pink opal around the outside edge and the inside, and then a little bit of cobalt wash, just a little bit around the edge, and some clear on top of that. And I'm actually quite pleased with that. Again, the birch is just very slightly patchy. It has to be my kiln, unless it was the brushing, because that's fab. I did use a very thick brush for that though, but I love that. I do need a spoon rest, and I put it on the stilt so that I could glaze the bottom, and actually it's not even sharp on the bottom, so that's really brilliant. I'm really pleased with that one. 2 little bowls. Oh, okay. I like that one. I did these little hexagon bowls, and I thought I would do some kind of variation. So I did across this, 2/3 across, I did copper float, and then 2/3 across I did birch, and then kind of in the middle is where they cross over. It's not hugely different where they cross over. It hasn't had much of a reaction, but it's very cute. Really good for like little dips and things like that, or peanut dishes. I'm really kind of just experimenting with shapes at the moment. This one is Cordovan by Mako, 2/3 across, and then Oatmeal by Amico, 2/3 across, which actually has a much nicer center. I really like the Cordovan. The Cordovan's a really lovely color on its own. But yeah, like just a little dish with dot feet that I just did with a squeezy slip bottle, little dot feet. But I love that one. That's probably my favorite of the two. And it's funny how the Cordovan on this one has brought out the blues, which it is supposed to do, but the blue in this one really is from cobalt. I might try it without the cobalt and see how it comes out. Right, last piece is, okay. Okay, I know what colour that is. A lovely little dish with flower carving inside. This one is River Rock by Ceramicart, and here. This is, oh hang on, Emerald Falls. I'm just looking at my notes. I don't think I've written it down because I only did that last thing before I put the kiln on. It's either, no, it is Emerald Falls. Yes, it is Emerald Falls. So this is Emerald Falls, Ceramicart, and River Rock. Ceramicart with a little joining stripe of oatmeal, which I think that looks really lovely. And then on the back, I had a little go with a teeny squeezy bottle with a teeny fine lid, not lid, sorry, a teeny fine spout. No, not spout. Anyway, it's teeny fine for drawing with the underglaze. And I mixed my black powder underglaze into a really thin ink kind of consistency, and I thought I'll see if I can draw with it or sign my name, and I did, and it worked, and it turned okay. So that's everything. So I am thinking of actually doing some videos showing how I create things. So for example, how I create this kind of pattern, how I make a teapot, and you know, kind of like the decals and things like that. So if you would like to see those kinds of videos, give me a little comment in the comment section and let me know. And if there's anything specifically, or just glazing colours, things like that, you know, even how to do this like kind of shapes. I have lots of like little cheat ways to do things because I don't have a lot of energy. So, you know, I like to cut a few corners here and there if I can, and it still looks good. So it's easy pottery. That would be my my thing. And yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. And you know, I'm holding my best piece, I think, of the kiln. I'm going to go have a hot drink, a nice green tea in my lovely mug, I think. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers, and please give me likes because that does help more people to see my videos. And I'll say bye bye until next time. Thanks guys, see you next time, bye.